Welcome to Stronger by the Day, achieving a balanced life through faith, family, and fitness. I'm Brett, your online coach, and I'm here to help you unlock your full potential and achieve your lifestyle goals. Join me each week as I analyze and interview experts and everyday heroes who transform their lives through a balanced approach. We'll tackle topics like spiritual disciplines, time management, workout routines, nutrition hacks, mental wellness, and everything in between to help you live your healthiest and happiest life. So grab your water bottle, put on your sneakers, and let's get ready to sweat, learn, and grow together.
All right, what's up, everybody? We're going to talk about nutrition today, how to keep it simple and not overwhelming. So let's kind of start there. Why does nutrition feel so overwhelming? Yeah, one expert's going to say low carbs. Others going to say carbs are essential. One person's going to say eat more fat. And then you got somebody that says, hey, avoid fat. And then someone says protein. Protein's everything. Truthfully, I actually like a lot of protein. And then somebody on social media says you need to fast, track, cycle, cleanse, detox, and only eat food with names you can't even pronounce. And then after all that, what happens? We're standing in the kitchen, 8:30 at night, from work. You're trying to figure out whether peanut butter sandwich is a good decision or maybe it's a personal failure. That's not healthy. That's actually exhausting. So let's keep it simple. At the most basic level, meals are made up of really three macronutrients. It's protein, carbohydrates, and fats. That's it. Protein, carbs, and fats. Each one has a role. Each one can serve you. And absolutely none of them need to be feared when you understand how to use them. Here's your phrase for today. Build the plate and don't chase the perfect plan. And that's where we're going. But with that plate, protein's going to anchor the plate. And you got to keep that in mind. Every meal, you want some protein. And protein is the anchor because it helps you feel satisfied. It helps you feel satiated. It supports muscle and muscle growth. And it gives structure to your meals. For a man trying to get stronger, leaner, and energized, and more consistent, protein is usually the first habit that I want you to actually lock in. Not because protein's magic, but because when protein is missing, meals tend to become snacky, random, and they're mechanically short-lived. Think about a breakfast as just a muffin and coffee. You might feel good for, 45 minutes, maybe an hour, and then comes the crash, the cravings. Now let's grab some, I'll make a quick decision. Now compare that to a breakfast with eggs, Greek yogurt, maybe some turkey sausage, turkey bacon I love, cheese or a protein smoothie, and that has more staying power. So don't start by asking, what's the perfect diet? Start by asking, where's my protein? This question alone, it can change your nutrition. Breakfast, where's my protein? Lunch, guessed it, where's my protein? And then dinner, where's my protein? When you start snacking, is the snack, is it helping you or is it just, is it entertainment? I'm not saying every meal needs to be perfect, but most meals, like everything, need an anchor. So here's, if you're confused, try to figure out, here's some simple protein options. Eggs, chicken, turkey, lean beef, fish, Greek yogurt, that is cheese, protein powder, beans and lentils if you like that. And we've also got tofu, we've got tuna packets, rotisserie chicken. And for the busy professional, keep it simple. You don't need a gourmet meal every time. Sometimes the win can be grilled chicken, rice, and vegetables. I actually like that. Sometimes it's Greek yogurt with berries. Sometimes it's protein shake in the car because your day got sideways. That's okay. Remember, simple wins repeated becomes strong habits. So that's your first protein habit. Our first nutrition habit is this. Put protein in every main meal. And to be perfect, it needs to be present. Now, let's talk about carbs. Carbs are not the enemy. Confusion about carbs is the enemy. Most men hear carbs think, I got to cut it out. But carbs are not automatically bad. Now, the question becomes what kind, how much, and then when. Carbs provide energy. They support training. They help you feel better during workouts. They can be part of a family meal, culture meals, normal life. The problem is not that carbs exist. The problem is that many people are living on highly processed, low satiety carbs all day long. And there's a big difference between a plate with potatoes, rice, oats, fruit, whole grains, whatever, and a day built on donuts and chips, soda, candy, random handfuls of snacks from the pantry, whatever. They're both called carbs, but they don't serve the body in the same exact way. So instead of saying, I don't need to eat carbs, I want you to say, I choose carbs and choose them with a purpose. That's the habit. Carbs with a purpose. So, ask yourself, I'm about to train, or did I just train? Do I need steady energy for the day? Is this carb paired with protein? Is this a whole food carb most of the time? Or am I just, stressing you because I'm tired, I'm rushed, I'm overwhelmed? That's not judgment. We're having this awareness. So here's some simple carb options. You got oats, rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, fruit, beans, whole grain bread, whole grain wraps, quinoa. I don't really like quinoa, but hey, vegetables. And then listen, if you have pizza night with your family, enjoy pizza night with your family. It's important. This podcast is not about becoming so rigid that your family feels like your nutrition plan is just another member of the household. The goal is not perfection. The goal is rhythm. Most of the time, you're going to just choose carbs that give you energy and that fit the plate. They leave room for that real life because, again, you don't need a new life. You need a repeatable rhythm. So here's your second nutrition habit. Choose carbs with a purpose. Now, fats, how about fats? Fats are the slow burn. Fat helps meals feel more satisfying. They bring flavor. They're a part of healthy eating. That doesn't mean fear them. It means be aware. Because you can overdo them because fats are dense. A little olive oil can be great. Half the bottle poured on your pan without thinking, well, that changes the meal. A handful of nuts can be helpful. Eating from the bag while answering emails, that can turn into, servings before you even realize it. So with fats, I think in terms of adding them intentionally. So simple fat options. We got avocado, olive oil, nuts, eggs, also carbs, salmon, or eggs, also protein, salmon, also protein. And you got whole food dairy, nut butter. So your habit with fats, it's not avoid the fat. The habit really needs to become fats with intention and purpose. I mean, that might mean avocado in a bowl, or olive oil and vegetables, small handful of nuts, eggs at breakfast, salmon at dinner. They're useful, but they need a job too. So now we have 3 habits. You got protein that anchor your plate, carbs, because they got a purpose, and you got fats you can add with intention. Now let's take it and put it all together. Because I don't want you leaving this episode with theory. I want you leaving with something you can actually use and use it today. So here's a simple plate method. Let's start with the protein, add a carb with a purpose, add vegetables or fruit, add some fat with intention. That's it. And now there's other ways to add flavor. Like if you're running high on fats, you got mustard, some hot sauce. You got to watch it, various other things. There's all kinds of way to add flavor to these meals and make them fun and enjoy it. So if your breakfast can be eggs, oats, and berries. Lunch can be chicken, rice, veggies, maybe a little olive oil. Dinner, salmon, potatoes, salad, some avocado. Your snack can be Greek yogurt and fruit. You can change the foods, but keep the structure. That's where consistency gets built. Not from asking, what is this perfect meal, but from asking, can I repeat this on a normal Tuesday? Like I said, it's Wednesday, but hey. And that's the question. Can I repeat this on a normal day? But your health is not built on one perfect meal you make when life is calm. Your health is built on meals you can repeat when work runs late, when the kids need help, your energy is low, your schedule's packed, whatever it is. That's when simple matters. Simple is not weak. Simple is repeatable. And repeatable is powerful. And here's where this becomes practical for busy men. You need a default. A default is a decision you make once, so you don't have to keep, making it every day all at the same time. Because decision fatigue is real. I mean, it happens. By the end of the day, you made work decisions, family decisions, financial decisions, leadership decisions. And you ask yourself, what do I want to eat? There's a default. Convenience wins. You get a bag of chips, a handful of nuts. And I want you to build 3 nutrition defaults. Default breakfast, default lunch, default emergency meal, and make it repeatable. So your default breakfast, it might be Greek yogurt, berries, and granola. That sounds pretty good. Eggs and toast, protein smoothie, oatmeal with protein mixed in. Your default lunch might be a chicken bowl, turkey wrap, tuna packet with rice and veggies, leftovers from dinner. Your default emergency might be a protein shake and a banana, rotisserie chicken and microwave rice, Greek yogurt and fruit, eggs and toast. It's not fancy. That's the point. Fancy fails when busy hits. Simple survives. You need meals that are going to actually survive your actual life. Now let's bring this back to, we're really about on this podcast, faith, family, fitness. Nutrition is not just about looking better in the mirror. It's about stewardship to support that fitness. Your energy is better. You show up better. You show up better at work. You show up better at home. You show up better in your marriage. You show up better with your kids. You show up better in your calling. But when your nutrition is chaotic, your energy usually follows that. When your energy is chaotic, your patience often follows, your discipline follows, your presence follows. So it's not vanity. Nutrition is actually part of leadership. You're not just eating for abs, you're eating for energy, clarity, patience, purpose. That doesn't mean you'll never have dessert. It doesn't mean you can never have chicken wings and whatever else you like. Doesn't mean You need to be the guy bringing grilled chicken to every birthday party. I've actually been there. It's not fun. It means you understand that your habits are either helping you become the man you were made to be, or they're pulling you away from him. So eat in a way that supports the man you're be called to become. And that's a heck of a lot bigger than macros. So here's a 3-day challenge. Simple challenge. For the next 3 days, don't track everything. Don't overhaul your kitchen. Don't start a brand new diet. Just do this. At each main meal, ask 3 questions. 1, where's my protein? 2, what is my carbs purpose? And 3, what fat did I add with intention? That's it. 3 meals, 3 questions, 3 days. At the end of these 3 days, pay attention. How's your energy? How are your cravings? How's your mood? How's your training going? How do you feel at the end of the day? You guys heard me say it, but awareness creates ownership, and ownership creates change. You're not perfect. Build consistent. So let's bring it all back together. Protein anchors the plate. Carbs aren't the enemy. Confusion is. And fats are the slow burn. Build the plate. Don't chase the perfect plate. Simple wins. Repeated becomes strong habits. This week, I want you to pick one meal, just one, and make it consistent. Maybe it's breakfast. Maybe it's lunch. Maybe it's your energy meal, emergency meal. Pick one. Build it around protein. Add a purposeful carb. Include some color from fruit or veggies. And add some fat with intention. One meal, repeated. That's how we build. Not all at once, not perfectly, but stronger by the day. So if this episode helped you, share it with another man who's tired of overcomplicating nutrition and ready to build habits that actually fit real life. And remember, when you get your order right, you become the man that you were made to be. Let's keep getting stronger by the day, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you for tuning into Stronger by the Day. I hope you found today's episode inspiring and packed with actionable tips to help you on your fitness journey. Remember, every step you take is a step towards a healthier, happier, and stronger you. If you enjoyed the episode, please take a moment to subscribe, rate, and leave a review on your favorite podcast platform. For more resources, tips, and to connect with me, visit us at dnv.fitness or on Instagram at dnvfitness2025. I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's episode and what topics you'd like us to cover in the future. Until next time, stay motivated, keep moving, and remember, you've got this.